6,550 pounds, the Grey Wolf 29TE here at Haywood RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Frequent watchers know I love to refer to this one as the Tedward Edward as a result of that moniker there. This is the cure for the common bunkhouse, ladies and gentlemen, especially the way we've custom built this thing. First of all, it has an absurd amount of cold storage capacity. Secondly, private sleeping quarters front and rear, which is the custom build portion of this. Third, it has a triple entry bathroom that gives a shower next to mom and dad instead of a tub back next to the kids. Quick look here with the slide closed reveals you can easily get to that fridge. So if you've got to stop, feed the family, you can make it happen. Dinette accessible and everything. Now, back here, you see, well, actually up here, because this is forward on the RV, there is enough of a gap between the slide fascia and the entertainment wall that you could theoretically slip through. But with the triple entry door and the Grey Wolf 29 Tedward Edward, there's just no need. Because this is the TE in the Tedward Edward. That is a triple entry bathroom. You've got the outside deadbolting privacy security door that we're, just entering through. Then you have a hallway door, and then a bedroom door. So no matter where you're coming from, you can always get there through the bathroom, basically. When you get it all opened up, one of the first things that probably catches your eye, and this is true of all Grey Wolf RVs, no carpet on your main deck and no floor vents. So great in a bunkhouse model like this with lots of people coming and going. One of the other things that catches your eye very quickly is one of the few major updates in this generation of Cherokee and Grey Wolf. These guys have their product so dialed in right now, and they just took it to the next level with this 10.7 cubic foot 12 volt compressor fridge. And if you want to know the difference between refrigerators, contact our team. In short, this is much larger, like almost, it's like 70 something, 72% bigger, something like that. And it is supremely traveling friendly no matter where you're at. It's also a very low power draw. So this RV has a portable solar prep plug on the side. You plug one of those panels in, gives you like roughly 10 amps. That fridge is only going to use 3 of them, which leaves a lot of power left over for lights and fans. So it can be off-grid friendly. Lots of lights over in the kitchen area too. They originally kind of called that the Cherokee Super Kitchen, but they sort of stopped using that nomenclature for some reason. Skylight above, letting in more light. Plus there is a shade there so you don't end up baking yourself to death like an ant under a magnifying glass. And whether it's the tabletop or all the countertops, they're all a sealed edge pressed membrane. But kitchen storage is something Cherokee's been good at for a while, and not just cold storage from that giant fridge that we just talked about. How about a, huge multi-shelf refrigerator-sized, actually kind of technically bigger, pantry over here. You got big, heavy stuff and you want to be able to get to it easily. That is an impressive amount of cabinet space. Now those overhead cabinets, you notice how they're full depth. They don't sink back in relation to the microwave. That's a trick that some brands will utilize to kind of, make you think the RV is bigger when you're actually losing out. New backsplash behind the stove looks good. And between the flush mount sink cover and that flush mount stove cover, you've actually got some pretty good prep space here. And if you notice, household and USB plugs right there behind that faucet, which by the way is a high-rise sprayer type faucet. And they've recently updated the sink fixture. It's still a farmhouse sink, still stainless, but it's got a little bit more of like a gunmetal gray kind of look to it. And you can see how it now slots in place. There's no more little rubber stopper on the bottom. So what that means is that if you want to move this out of the way, it can set flat somewhere. Although naturally I found the one place in the camper that isn't flat to set it on to screw my whole self up. But hey, whatever. We're doing it live and that's how she goes. Place for a wastebasket. 2 extra large drawers instead of 3 small drawers. And speaking of drawers, we've got mega dinette drawers right here. 40 inches, one on each side to really give you a maximum amount of potential storage space. Now, one of the other updates I think is cool. I don't know what it is. I love the visual effect this has when you pull them down, and I like to call them hypno shades. They gonna leave you hypnotized, ladies and gentlemen. But the fact is, you pull those things down if you're wanting to block the sun out, or if you're wanting to utilize your big dinette, which could sleep an adult if you wanted to, or your sofa for sleeping or something like that. Well, they can do a heck of a job of giving you privacy, or just keeping the RV cooler from less solar radiation. From there, we can hop back through this privacy wall, but that's the thing. This is a custom build. This is how we like to bring them in at Haylett RV, although we could get them however you want. You can build the 29 Tedward Edward, well, I guess 3, technically, different ways. Maybe 4, but anyway. Normally, this would have the bunkhouse that we're about to see, but it would not be enclosed. It would not have a privacy door. The other normal option is that you can build it with a privacy wall and a corner queen bed. You can build this one with a second bed. We split the difference. We keep the bunks, but we enclose them. I suppose you could theoretically build it with an open queen wall, but I don't know anyone who would ever in their right mind do that. But that's the funny thing. I know a lot of people who are not in their right mind. Now back here, good private room for rainy day kid entertainment, household and USB plugs there for the bunks. You'll find more of those above that rear entertainment stand right there. And this over here is a larger bunk, great for the bigger kids, and you won't have to throw them into the bunk because it has its own ladder built in. Additionally, you got some pretty great storage capacity here, so the kids' stuff stays in the kids' room and it doesn't bleed its way up into the living area where you're just trying to have a mom and dad relaxing weekend. Coming out of the bunkhouse, just a quick peek the other direction. You know, they put big windows in whenever they can at the Cherokee family. They're very good for that. And you notice that angled entertainment wall. It directly faces toward the slide out. So should you choose to add a TV to your Grey Wolf here, well, you got a perfect, you know, little viewing angle. And again, you already saw that big pantry over there. Actually, I think we've pretty much killed the living room. We've already kind of done all this. So let's just skip up to that triple entry bath, shall we? Again, carpetless, ventless flooring through the RV, which is excellent, again, for a bunk model like this with people coming and going, especially a very high traffic room like this one right here. Now, that bath door there to the outside does have a deadbolt, and you do have real closing doors all the way around, so whoever's sleeping up front, you're not going to have any privacy issues there. You can see they're using the bigger vent fan in this for that superior airflow. Literal floor-to-ceiling surround paneling around that shower. It goes up to the ceiling panel, and that is a larger radius shower to give folks like me a little bit bigger, a little more elbow room, and there's plenty of room to get dressed when you get out of that shower, or legroom in front of the toilet. Big sink, more sealed edge, you know, like waterproof countertops, and something this brand's been good at for a lot of years is not just a big vanity cabinet, but they angle mount it so that it faces into the room so that you don't have to stand halfway in, halfway out of the room trying to shave your face, brush your teeth, comb your hair, etc. Both sides of the bed still have household and USB plugs, as they have for a few seasons now. These USB plugs look a little different because not only is that a double USB hub, but it is also a mount for a Bluetooth Furrion speaker that would recharge if attached to that, should you choose to pick that Furrion speaker up aftermarket and add it to your camper. Big viewing window over here over the campsite of the RV, and that is an easy lift bed so that you can get to the storage below it. Very handy if cargo shifts in transit. Now, I always try to call a spade and a duck a duck. The one thing about this floor plan I do feel obligated to point out for sure is that it is maybe the word would be deceptively long. Like you see the model number 29, it's well over that. But you know, that we publish our specs. I put them at the 5-second mark of this video. That's all pretty much plainly available information. First of all, man, especially that blue sky back there. How good does this look, right? Right? Rides on a custom engineered chassis. So you can see up here, the tongue is actually integrated into the chassis itself. And what that's doing is it's actually lowering the entire body of the RV closer to the ground, which is why it's a double entry step. Also, you know, it's just lower exterior, so there's just less overall wind buffeting that's going to be in play here. You do have a full outside utility shower up front here next to the water heater, and those are seal gripping slide walls to make sure that that slide seal always wipes in or out as it is supposed to. Teleporting back past that slide, we find ourselves enjoying an extra chunk of storage space here under the rear bunks, and as I back up, where that's located becomes a little more apparent, and that's where this is very similar to a 29BH Grey Wolf. They're sisters of one another. They're not interchangeable though. They are certainly, they have their own differences. The 200-pound cargo rack on the back is one of those things that Cherokee started doing, I don't know, close to 8-9 years ago now, and it has just become a fan favorite feature ever since, because it gives you the perfect place to be able to add things like bikes or even small generators and extra cargo without worrying about accidentally, you know, screwing up your RV warranty. That's not an issue that you're going to have to deal with on these Grey Wolf campers. Now, we've already looked at some sweet stuff, but frankly, some of the very best is yet to come. And a big portion of it's what's going on in this full-size outside kitchen. I tell you, I don't know anyone else that's doing it like this. So we have a 10.7 cubic foot fridge freezer inside. Out here, we have a 5.7 cubic foot fridge and freezer. You can keep like frozen meats and stuff or whatever out here, popsicles, etc. Put them together. 16.4 cubic foot of total cold storage capacity, plus an ice maker. You have to go up into luxury fifth wheels with 18 cubic foot plus size fridges to even beat this. I mean, it's awesome. It totally skips past the total cold storage capacity of like most of the even big fifth wheel market. You have to go to the biggest fifth wheel market. Now, I mentioned you do have ice maker right there, and that thing works well. And that is a real sink for a real drain. This is all galvanized countertop and drawer here, meaning it's a weather-treated, like rolled steel. Splash water all over it, who cares? Now, there's, you know, wood paneling ground. It's still a good idea to wipe everything down. The full-size camp kitchen door acts as a cover, and I just walked under it. It's plenty good for big people. By the way, little leash latch down there. That's a sad little wolf, wasn't it? But you got the full-size awning, God bless it. I got myself screwed up on my little wolf stupid thing there. Anyway, full-size outside kitchen door, plus your power awning here gives you great patio coverage. Both of these doors are anti-slam, by the way, so they're not going to go flying open and banging into anything. Stable steps for what you consider like your main entry door, outside TV hookups. And you do have a black tank flush. It seems odd that the black flush is over here, but it's because the bathroom is over here, and that is the most direct route to the black tank. If you want a black tank flush to work, well, it needs to be near the black tank, basically. There's a simple side mount solar prep plug right here, and here in this big underbed compartment is an ideal place to be able to put one of those little portable panels. So something for everybody on this one. You know, we've got private bunks, we've got easy access multi-bathroom, we have a shower instead of a tub. So much cold storage, it's almost ridiculous. It's absurdly large, and it's awesome because of it. There's a reason Cherokee overall has become the single most popular thing at Forest River. And I tell you, as they've grown in popularity, they also seem to have grown in quality. We have fewer Cherokee brand products back for service than ever before, even though we're selling more of them than ever before. That's remarkable. You know, usually you hope to, you know, it's a balance of quality or quantity, and they're giving us both. I ain't saying anything's perfect. I'm saying these guys are doing a bang-up job, though. So give us a call. We don't do hidden dealer fees, but we do hitching, pieces, parts, trades, finance, truck and trailer package deals, RV delivery, and everything in between. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.